Well, this week's Motivation Monday segment is related to tonight's national championship game. Win or lose, you know, it's important to be a good sport. What does that got to do with being a good leader, whether you win or lose? Joining us now to talk more about that is a leadership author and expert and public speaker, Pete Blaine. Good to see you this morning, Pete.
Hey, Mike. Good morning. How are you today? Hey, everybody.
Doing well, doing well. Listen, it's no fun when you lose, but first of all, when you win, you also need to act in the right way. Explain.
Right, and we got to be careful with that because sometimes, you know, even as adults, Michael, we're trying to teach our kids to be good sports, whether they're good sports in school or in theater or in outdoor, little league, baseball, dance, whatever. There's a lot of winning and losing going on, and we tend to always try to raise our kids, be a good sport, congratulate the other team. But yet, when we become adults, Mike, do we forget some of those messages ourselves? Do we forget how to be a good sport? I'm going to ask you that question, Mike, specifically. When the Yankees lose, are you a good sport?
I am until friends text me mean-spirited things, but let's not get into that right now. Let's talk about though when your team loses, how to be a good sport. Because listen, all of us are competitive. You know, we want to win.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're an Alabama fan or a Georgia fan tonight and your team loses, just remember emotions run high, but don't forget, you know, people are looking at you and people are watching you and seeing how you react. And there's a fine line between having a real close group of friends who you have a relationship with, who you can rub and dig a little bit, versus just being out there and being a sore loser and being angry. You know, your integrity is at place, your character is at place. People are going to remember how you reacted, especially after a loss, than you will after perhaps if you win. So, Mike, if your team happens to lose tonight, again, you want to lose with grace, you want to lose with class, you want to congratulate the other team. Everything that coaches tell their players is the same thing we should be doing as individuals, as fans.
Yeah, and we always got to keep in mind these are 18 to 21-year-olds playing a game. Nobody here is playing in that game, and whether it's a professional ball or not. So you don't want to get too engrossed in it, right? Because unfortunately, we've seen acts of violence after a game.
You know, we live in the South. We know what the Alabama-Auburn rivalry is. We know that people, in fact, I was at the Birmingham Bowl watching the Auburn game, and the amount of Alabama people who were there wearing Alabama shirts just to be at the Auburn game was just fascinating to me. So we do have this history and this culture, but again, there's certain lessons we want to teach our kids about being humble in victory, about not being boastful, about putting the team first. All these lessons that can apply in business can apply to raising our kids and can apply, again, for the game tonight as well. So win or lose, it's all about humility, being gracious, congratulating others, and being a good winner and a good loser.
All right, a good message for this Monday motivation. Pete Blaine.
And Mike, real quick, it'll make it a lot easier next year for all your fans because Alabama won't even be in the game. There's only one team that's going to be in the game next year, baby.
I don't know if that was the best move you could make there. We're in a state where it's Alabama and Auburn. But thank you, Pete. Appreciate it.